Hi, it's Rachel here from off-road.cc. We've been lucky enough to get our hands on two of the new Vitus hardtails before their launch. So they're due to launch today. We've had them for a week or so. The two bikes we've got on test are the Sentier VR 29, which is this bike, and then a VRS. So this 29er is priced at a penny under £1,000, and the VRS, which is a 27.5-inch model, is 1,400 quid. We took a look at the Sentier VR 29 back in August 2017 and gave it 4.5 stars out of 5. Since then, the bike has had a geometry makeover in 2018, and then this year, the 2019 bikes get some big spec updates too. So, comparatively to the bike we tested, this one has got longer, lower and slacker. The head angle is now a degree slacker at 66.5 degrees, and both the reach and the wheelbase have been stretched out too. So the reach on this large frame is 446mm compared to 429mm on the last Sentier 29er. This has caused the wheelbase to lengthen, but apart from that, the rest of the bike looks pretty similar. So there's still nice long chainstays at the back, it's 439mm, and then there's still a 73-degree seat angle that's across the size range. It's the same for the smaller wheeled VRS too, so the reach is longer in 2018, it's the same for 2019, and the head angle got slacker by half a degree, so it's now 66 degrees. So the big updates for 2019 are in the bike specifications. So the bike we have here is still the same price, that's £1,000 for this 29er, but now you get 130mm RockShox Sector RL fork rather than the lower spec Recons that was on the bike before. There's still a 1x11 speed drivetrain, but now it's a Shimano one to go with the Shimano MT500 brakes. You also get an 1146 tooth cassette, so a larger grinding gear than on the old NX drivetrain. The other big change is the move from Maxxis tyres to Shorby ones. There's now a 2.3-inch Magic Mary on the front and a knobby nick on the rear, rather than the Minion DHF and a Minion semi-slick that was on the bike last year. It's the same story over on the Sentier VRS 2, but that bike gets 2.6-inch Schwalbe tyres set onto 29mm internal width WTB rims, which makes for a pretty good tyre profile. That bike also gets a fork upgrade, so it's now running 140mm Revelation RCs rather than the Reba RLs. So those revs are the ones with the 35mm stanchions and should make for a much stiffer front end, which is more suited to a trail hardtail like this. The VRS is a tad more expensive in 2019 than the nearest equivalent of the bike last year, which was the VRS Plus. So it's 100 quid more expensive, and for that you get an upgrade to SRAM NX Eagle this year, and so that gives you a couple more winch and gears. And it's also a SRAM full house too. So the bike gets finished off with guide-ar brakes, which is another upgrade from the 2-pot SLX brakes to those 4-pot guides. Both bikes still get nuke-proof saddles and cockpit components, and the Sentier VRS keeps its internally routed dropper post. So it's worth mentioning that this bike, the VR, also has routing for an internal dropper post. And the Brand X Ascend dropper posts, which are on chain reaction cycles at the moment, are coming in at just over 100 quid. So it's an upgrade that I'm sure most buyers will be making. We've also got a couple of those Brand X droppers in for test, so we'll let you know how we get on with those soon. Back to the bikes though. I'll be testing the VRS, which is a 27.5-inch model, and our magazine editor John will be aboard this VR. So we'll ride those in the next couple of weeks and come back with a full review on the site soon. You can head over to www.off.road.cc for those reviews, or subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get the review video as soon as it's released. That's pretty much all for now, and thanks very much for watching.